What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here once again with
Gersh 1.
Today we're back to answer more of your questions in another installment of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first.
And that is what the Lucky Dragon has done. His question is, for the 5th time, a Psyker rebellion, is it possible? And do you think that the Imperium can control a system that has gone under a coup d'etat of such rebellion?
Yes, it's very, very much possible. It happens all the time. If you check out the notable campaigns of like different successor chapters, especially around the Eye of Terror, you see that there are a lot of mutant. No, what are they called? Well, they're kind of like the old techno-barbarian warlords of old Terra. I forget what they're called, but they're basically just powerful mutant psychers, rogue psychers that like. No, that's not the name. But yeah, it happens. And usually the Imperium spends a lot of resources to regain those Imperial planets, because rogue psychers are smart. They want to build an empire for themselves, so they usually take the good planets, the agri worlds, the hive worlds, the manufactorums, the forge worlds, all that kind of stuff.
Pleasure worlds.
The pleasure worlds, yeah.
The shrine worlds. The Wally worlds.
There is we did a 40 facts on the white consuls, and I believe they were the ones that actually destroyed a mutant uprising, and then they brought those rogue psychers and paraded them in one of their main cities, or hive worlds, and then the rogue psychers ended up breaking free and killing a bunch of people. Yeah. But yeah.
That's funny. But why would you do that with anything dangerous? Parade it around.
That's true, yeah.
Shame. But yeah, psychers aren't as strong as you might think. Well, I guess it depends on the psycher. But like in, for example, Astarte, you see the two psychers that are fighting against the Space Marines, and as strong as they are, they still get taken down. So pit in Astarte against like a rogue psycher, usually the Astarte comes out on top.
Yep. So, check out the Astarte short film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really, animation. It really shows you the intensity of a Space Marine really well.
Yes. Next question comes from Puglubber2253. He asks, what do you think Guilliman's reaction would be if he met with the loyalist Fulgrim clone that Trazyn the Infinite has stored away?
Kill him?
Yeah.
I mean, why would he let him live? Unless he's trying to get, like, the antidote to, like, the poison.
Yeah.
It's slowly killing him, but the armor is, like, reversing it, yeah.
Yeah, unless you connect it somehow to his own personal thing. But any clone of a Primarch should be seen heretical.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I agree. Guilliman would try to kill him.
Yeah.
Next question.
This one's by Damian Henderson. Do you think that the Primaris will eventually get Terminator armor? Yeah. With Primaris, I feel like they're going to get a Primaris version of everything that is currently Space Marine. Because even though they said they're not phasing out the old Space Marines, that's what it seems like is happening.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be called Terminator armor, though. It's probably going to be... what are captains? What do they have? What type of armor is that?
It could be like Phobos. What's the other one?
But there's... Well, I mean, the specific captain one. The one that, like, the Imperial Fist dude with the little hand.
I don't think...
I think it's, like, that type of armor.
Yeah. I don't... it's like... I know what you're talking about, but come on, get off the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I can't.
It's a weird saying.
Yeah. Sayings are weird.
It's true.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush? What?
I don't get that one.
Let's pull the wool over your eyes? Huh?
Next question.
This one is by Devin Howe. How would the story turn out if Tyranids invaded before the heresy? Oh, that's interesting. Because I feel like the Tyranids before the heresy would have just gotten the orc treatment, where they were essentially like a plague, they were everywhere. It'd kind of be like that with the Tyranids. But would it be more of a threat than orcs?
I don't think so, because the orcs were already spread out, and the Emperor already wanted to like destroy like Olenor. Like it would be cool if right after Olenor, and for all those that don't know, the Olenor campaign was the campaign that the Emperor and all the Primarchs participated in to destroy the largest orc-held empire in the Milky Way galaxy. Later on, they renamed that planet Armageddon.
Armageddon, yeah.
But I think what would have happened is if Hive Fleet would have entered the galaxy, and the Emperor would have dispatched Primarchs to defend it. I don't think they would have been able to grasp the enormous danger that this Hive Fleet was going to present, because the Imperium didn't even do it.
Right. But even with like a Primarch there and like using their superior tactical mind, I still think that like the Imperium would have been spread too thin to actually do something impactful against the Tyranids.
Yeah, it would have sucked for the Tau too, because the Tau wouldn't exist.
They would have gotten eaten up.
Speaking about the Tau, this one comes from Dintran. Does Tau have anything to defend themselves from Psykers? Possibly deny the Psykers?
Not in 8th edition. In previous editions, the Farside Enclaves had a Talisman of Arthas Malak, which was like an anti-Psyker relic. Sucked because you could only have one per army, or per list, or whatever. But they got rid of that, so currently there is nothing you can do to deny the witch, nor to put out your own psychic powers.
What was the range of that?
It was like 12 inches.
So it wasn't even that great.
24 max. Yeah, it wasn't that great. He pretty much just gave it to a commander and like bubble wrapped like a unit of like stationary Tau or whatever, where it's like, you can't smite me, and then you just shoot from there. But yeah.
Next question.
This one is by AllG98. What Chaos God is most likely to help humanity? Or any other race for that matter?
Nurgle. He's constantly helping. He's loving.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to give you immortality.
It's like, oh, you got a virus? You're about to die? Come join me. I'll help you live forever.
And you won't feel pain.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have like pus coming out of your eyes.
A tentacle hand. Droopy face. Little horns coming out of weird places.
But
you get a little Nurgling to play with you.
Yeah.
Just spread my pestilence, and essentially we're spreading the good, because now humanity won't feel pain.
The good.
The greater good.
Next question.
This one is by Devin Howe. Since the galaxy is so massive, are there human worlds that are still yet undiscovered, even now? Yes.
There are entire sectors that are undiscovered.
Mm-hmm. As massive as the galaxy is, there could be planets way on the fringe that haven't been touched. Same thing with planets that have been surrounded by warp storms, or planets that are just literally popping into reality that were like consumed by the warp. So there's a whole bunch of like planets that can arise and go, and there's a planet that's an old fat guy.
Yeah.
So
it's a demon world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then there are pockets within the Imperium itself that are either forgotten about, or they're just like they were glanced over during the Great Crusade.
Yeah, they weren't mapped or anything like that. So
a lot of clean templates for you to use.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. This one comes from Jonathan Humphrey. If the Tau do have people who can enter the warp, would they go through the same thing as the Imperium of Man? So like creating Geller fields and all that kind of stuff. It already happened, and the answer is no. The Tau were just like, nah, we're not gonna use the warp.
Right. The warp is not good, especially with what happened with the Fourth Sphere expansion. It makes them go crazy. Makes them go bonkers, go stupid.
I can't even remember how they found out about the Geller fields, like how that was created.
I think it was through like Imperial technology that they like captured or whatever. I think. This one's by The Seeker. You guys should post battle reports, maybe like an hour and a half long gameplay. We did. We had a bunch of battle reports. We got a playlist of them, and we even did narrative battle reports.
Yeah, they don't do very good. Like we're a lore channel, so whenever we try to do anything other than lore, they usually don't do good.
Right.
The thing about battle reports is that they take more time. So I could spend, 4 hours on one video, or editing and all that kind of stuff, or I can spend 2 days on a video that's going to give me less views.
Right.
Obviously, we're going to go with the one that we can do in like 4 hours.
Right, because just playing a game of 40K takes like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Plus the editing and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
And then adding narrative stuff to it, that's even more. But if you do want to see that, it is there. Please do check it out. We got a playlist for it, especially the Kill Team narrative battle report. That is probably the favorite battle report that we have done, which was pretty much all this guy right here.
And it took me a while. It took me like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think it didn't even hit 1,000 views. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate there's a huge appreciation for YouTube channels like Mini Wargaming who dedicate to do nothing but battle reports, and they have a whole new way of doing battle reports that I enjoy. Well, for some of them,
Right.
I don't really enjoy the Dave ones because the old Dave videos were much better. But yeah,
Things change. Así es la vida. Say la vie. Does that make sense?
That's life. Next question.
This one is by Guillermo Melendez. I think. What do you guys think about using Palatine Enforcers from Necromunda as Space Marine Scouts? They have pretty cool light armor, and the kit even has 2 sniper rifles.
Do it, man. Kit bash.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy their armor a lot more than Scouts. I never really liked the Scout model for Space Marines. It seemed very different from like what a Space Marine looks like. But yeah, do it.
Yeah, I kit bashed my Scouts, I remember, by putting shoulder plates.
It makes them look beefier.
Yeah, they look cool.
A lot of them have like flat tops.
Yeah. Next question comes from Valletta Petra Sinera. Okay, let's try this. I apologize. I meant, which would you rather have in your retinue as an Inquisitor? Sisters of Battle or the Tempesta Scions? I apologize, I made some grammatical errors. Apology accepted. If I was an Inquisitor and I had to choose between a Sisters of Battle or a Tempesta Scion, I would go with the Sisters of Battle. I just think that they are more adept, or they have more skills that are valuable to like single individual. Like an Inquisitor would perform tasks that require more like kill team like things.
But I feel like that would be more towards the Scions though, because they're like elite like trooper forces.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're part of a grander army.
Right.
So it's more of like they are relying on numbers, whereas Sisters of Battle is relying on her skills to get the job done.
And faith.
And faith, yeah.
Because, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's something that the Scions don't have, where it's like, pray to the Emperor, and then, like, this demon blows up from the inside.
Yeah. And, I mean, there's the obvious one, too.
They're pretty to look at.
They're very pretty.
Some Scions could be pretty to look at, too, but...
Yeah, because there could be women Scions.
Mm-hmm.
Or men, not judging, just saying.
Why not both? Get some Scions and sisters.
Maybe it's a very woke Scion who's both and neither. They, them. Yeah. Those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. We enjoy answering these questions as much as you guys like commenting them.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
And if you guys really want to, we might even do face reveals in the next For the Greater Wall.
For sure.
This has been The Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
And we are Afuera.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation. I knew I never had that much to lose.